How we doing? How we feeling? How we looking, ladies and gentlemen? As always, drop all your questions in the chat. We're going to be answering all your Week 8 fantasy football questions. Zach and I are here. I hope you're still in the playoff contention. If not, and you're still watching with us and you haven't gotten the win, shout out to you. You're the real MVP. And we appreciate each and every one of you.
Hey.
As always, every super chat gets answers straight away. And we're going to be answering every single one of your fantasy questions. We are watching the Tennessee and Kentucky game as well. If you're not watching college football, what are you doing? You're actually
what are you doing? This is
That's what you're doing.
Extremely important. Well, do both.
Yeah,
do both. This is extremely important to the draft, to the NFL draft game to watch, Kentucky and Tennessee.
Yeah.
All right, let's start answering some questions. We will answer them in order. As Badake said, super chats get prioritized straight away. Do us a favor, drop a like on this stream as we help you guys out. And drop a like on this stream as we help you guys.
Echo, so I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I just unmuted.
And just a friendly reminder that I can't remember what my friendly reminder was anymore.
Great friendly reminder. Elijah, full PPR 2 or Kyler? I think we're going Kyler there still.
Yeah, I'll go Kyler. Good matchup for both.
Yeah, for the Vikings. Evening, had to start. Sit for my flex. Ayuk, Stevenson, Devonta Smith, or Pittman. Oh my gosh. I feel like all those guys right now, have to be started. But I think I feel the most confident with Devonta Smith, personally. And Devonta Smith, Ramondre Stevenson, and Michael Pittman are all on the same trajectory. If I had to sit one, it's Ayuk. If I had to start the three, out of Stevenson, Devonta Smith, and Pittman, I don't know who to close your eyes. Choose one.
It's Ramondre for me.
I'm
I think
happy with either.
He's getting work through the air. He's getting work on the ground. I assume Damien Harris is going to be more involved this week, but it's a great matchup for him. The Jets get torched on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a very, very good matchup for him. I'm starting Ramondre in that scenario.
Appreciate you, Jay, over there on Twitch. What's your initial reaction for Kadarius Toney the rest of the year? Now that he got traded to the Chiefs, I picked him up. Look, in redraft, we gotta wait and see what's gonna happen, when he's gonna get on the field, because apparently he was injured. Apparently, but
to clarify that though, from what I understand from a little research, is that there was a report that he injured another hamstring, and he is saying that never happened. He never injured another hamstring, but he didn't care enough to debunk those reports. So I think it's more been he's not been just a part of the game plan, a part of the team, really. I think they knew a trade was in the works, but Badake's right about we have no idea what it will look like this year because they are already pretty successful, right? I mean, they're already pretty successful. They're doing well, so we don't know what it's going to look like. But I think it's more intriguing long term. But still, he should be rostered. I've heard someone say they want to use him like Debo. That wouldn't be surprising. That could be a really cool role for him and would probably ruin Isaiah Pacheco's value in Dynasty as well as Clyde. But it's interesting at least to follow.
Yeah, wow, trade. Yeah, let's see. I mean, me personally, I think it's hard to see Brian Daboll not utilize Kadarius Toney at all and just say, "Oh, he hurt his hamstring."
I'm just saying that's what Tony said.
Yeah, I don't know, and I think that's
I
think that's what's crazy. Like, why would he not utilize another first round pick, knowing I'm pretty sure Brian Daboll evaluated.
Why is he not using Kenny Golladay, who had $70 million contract? Well, I think it's what you said all along. Like, he doesn't care who it is. He's going to use his guys.
No, and I agree on that perspective because Kenny, oh shit,
yeah,
he broke a big play. But yeah, anyways, we'll see what happens. We can talk about that at a different time. Who should I roster? Algier, AJ Dillon, Jeff Wilson. I'll say AJ Dillon still.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Candace says, I can't decide who to drop to pick up Wan'Dale Robinson. Jefferson, Hurts.
Hunter Renfrow,
yeah. Hunter Renfro's easy drop there.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
James says, just sold Aaron Jones high, traded Jones, Schultz, and Dobbs for Swift and Goddard. I like it. Jason says, full point PPR, Pollard or Mostert, pick 2, Waddle, Olave, or Sun God. I'm going Pollard this week, man. no Zeke, I
Agreed.
believe, and it's an incredible matchup for him. And we have to pick two between Waddle, Olave, or the Sun God. Amon-Ra's an interesting one, man. Does he have a concussion or not? Because like he's questionable going into the game. They said he didn't have a concussion last week when he got taken out of the game, but yet he's been practicing on a limited basis. Is that the ankle he's still dealing with? I'm confused about what's going on. But for me, I just don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna go Waddle and Olave.
Yeah, I think that's tough. I think you have to start all these guys personally.
Yeah,
but I think
agreed.
if Amon-Ra is healthy, I think you still start him.
Yeah. Okay. So over Olave, or who are you choosing here? Because Olave is
Waddle. Yeah, I know Olave is getting some work. That's tough.
Good matchup as
and
well.
Waddle, I feel like you can't sit Waddle.
No, you can't.
You can't sit any of these guys. I'm starting the Dolphins, Lions. I might sit Olave if I had to choose.
Okay, so you sit in Olave.
I'm going Waddle. I'm going Waddle, Amon-Ra.
It'll be really interesting to see what's up with Amon-Ra, because the practice reports this week are just confusing. But what I was going to say quickly is all three of these guys are top 12 wide receivers.
No doubt.
They all should be started. Michael says, have Swift and Jacobs and CD, Amon-Ra. Holy moly. Should I trade CD for Alec Pierce? For A. Pierce? Does he mean Alec Pierce?
I'm assuming Alec Pierce. Swift, Jacobs, and CD.
I think he might mean Dameon Pierce there. If you want to send CD for Dameon Pierce for running back depth, I'm more than happy to do that. If it's Dameon Pierce that you're talking about.
You said
Daniel says start Pickens or Wan'Dale Robinson.
I'm going Wan'Dale personally. George Pickens against the Eagles is going to be tough.
Yeah, that's tough. But I think you mentioned it this week that they're going to prioritize Deontay. But I agree. I'm going Wan'Dale.
Yeah. Jimmy G and
matchup's
Malik
better
this week. I'm still going Jimmy G personally. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's really interesting. Jimmy G, this is a really bad matchup for Jimmy G. But he has the added benefit of the dump off to CMC, which can raise the ceiling.
Right.
Last time he played the Rams, he had 15 points. No Debo. You're telling me that Malik Willis can't get 15 points? I mean, we'd be happy if he could. That's tough. I again would answer it by saying, what do you need in your matchup? Do you need a high upside play or a safe floor? If you need the safe floor, I'm going Jimmy. If you need the high upside, I'll throw Malik out there. But overall, I'm leaning Jimmy G as the answer there.
No worries. Pick one this week. Hurts, Pitts, Dulcich. I'm going Hurts because of Boyd. I mean, because of Chase. He's not playing this week. It's a Monday night game against the Browns, a divisional game.
I would go Hurts as well.
I think that just feels better. I'm not starting Pitts or Dulcich at the moment. Bengals defense or Indy's defense?
Just quickly on that though, Dulcich I think can be started.
Oh, I think so as well. I think I still want to start. Hurts over. I like Dulcich as a play though. 100%. I agree. 100%. I think what was it? Bengals and what else you said?
Bengals or Indy?
Colts.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
J-Rob, Khalil Herbert this week. I'm going Khalil.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going Khalil. I need to see James Robinson right now and how much he's gonna get work. Trade Deontay Johnson for Kareem Hunt.
Pretty even. If you need wide receiver help, take Deontay. If you need running back help, take Kareem.
I'm happy either one. Start one. Dameon Pierce or D-Hop. Start one at flex. Full PPR. You start D-Hop.
D-Hop. Yeah.
Paris, Dubs, Rondale.
Not Paris. Paris is a trap, guys.
Dubs.
Especially in this new offense with Sam Ellinger, who is really more run-focused quarterback.
Dubs feels like a trap too.
Dubs feels like a trap too. You're not wrong, but I think Dubs is. Oof. I think Dubs again. I'm gonna answer it by saying this: Rondale, I think, has a safer floor. Last time the Cardinals played was very much game script. Was the reason that Ertz and Rondale were out of the game. So if you need a safer floor, I'm going Rondale. Yeah. If you need a higher ceiling, I'm going Dubs.
I agree. Hurts or Greg?
He wants to jump
I think we're going Hurts as well.
He'll just make a donation.
We got a super chat. Appreciate you, Boxy. Kevin, who should I start? start 2 flex Boyd, Davis, and Kirk. We would both go Boyd and Kirk. I think that no doubt about it right there.
Yeah, I agree. And who's Davis? Is that Corey? I don't know, but Corey's not playing.
Davis.
I don't believe Corey Davis is playing, so that's what I'm trying to figure out who the Davis is.
Let us know if there's clarification there, Boxy. But we would definitely go Boyd. Gabe Davis.
That's Gabe Davis.
Okay, Gabe Davis. So Gabe
that definitely
Davis
changes things.
I'm going Gabe Davis and Boyd.
Yeah, Gabe Davis.
Kirk is going to be going against, I'm assuming, Surtain.
That's tough, man. I'm gonna go Kirk and Gabe Davis there, though. And the reason I'm not doing Boyd is I do think he's a good play, but there's a scenario in which it's T. Higgins and Hurst. I think if Jacksonville is going to be successful, Kirk is going to be, very heavily involved. So it's close. I don't think you're going to lose your matchup on that one, though.
No, I don't think
they're
so
all
either.
good starts, but I'm going to go Kirk and Davis. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother, man.
We appreciate
super chats always get answered straight away, guys. Who is the next person on the list there?
Next person on the list: start 2, sit 1, Davis, Singletary, Christian, Kirk. I'm going Davis, and this is where I'm
Singletary.
Yeah,
I'm sitting Singletary.
I would do Davis and Christian Kirk in this scenario.
By the way, just to throw it out there, I'm very intrigued to see James Cook usage this week. Because typically after bye weeks, you start to see some sort of trend where rookies get more involved in their teams. It happens every year. I'm not saying he will take over the backfield, but I'm just intrigued to see if he'll have a different role. Maybe he doesn't. Over on Twitch, JT Bo says DJ Moore or Sutton. I'm going. I'm going
Cortland.
I was gonna say I'm going Corton, but it's crazy that we're here and it's not a bad question. Tyler Higbee or Hayden Hurst from Through X.
I think it's even.
That is really close. I want to check their matchups real quick.
The T. Higgins
Higbee versus the Niners,
and then Boyd versus Hurts versus the Browns.
Give me Higbee here. Give me Higbee here. He's just been very, very consistent, and you're kind of like hoping that Hurst is Higbee without T. Higgins. You know.
I don't think there's a wrong answer there. I'm going Hayden Hurst personally.
Okay.
Jason back on YouTube traded Henry for Justin Jefferson. What do you think? Pick 2 of them, Etienne Pierce, Swift. I mean, it's a great for Henry and Justin Jefferson personally.
It's even trade depending on your needs. Yeah.
Pick 2, Etienne Pierce, Swift. I'm going Swift if he plays, and then I'm going Pierce because I think Etienne's a tough matchup, but he has been getting the work. It's clear that James Robinson is out now, and he's going to be getting all that opportunity. But it is a tough matchup, I think.
Yeah, who does Swift play? Miami.
Swift plays Miami.
That's tough, man. I feel my intuition tells me Etienne and Swift. Etienne and Swift.
Okay.
We're still seeing Rex Burkhead get involved in the air. It's strange, but I'm going Etienne and Swift there.
No worries. Jason with a super chat. It hasn't come up with a notification yet, but hopefully soon. He says, "Happy Halloween. Pick 1 quarterback, pick 1 flex. Tua or Dak and Henderson and Monty." I'm picking Tua at Detroit.
Yep. Same.
Here comes a notification. And appreciate you, Charlie, as well. And Henderson or Monty. Monty's playing the Cowboys.
I'm going Tua and I'm going Henderson.
Yeah, I'm going Henderson there as well. Jason, we appreciate you there
Thank you so much for the super chat, brother.
Yeah, man,
appreciate
that's awesome. That's awesome. Where are we? CB, hi guys. People need a wide receiver, Lamb or Amon-Ra. Need a flex, Stevenson, Chuba, one of those wide receivers. Chubb, sorry, or one of those wide receivers. I'm going CD.
CD's so weird, man. What did he do in his first game back with Dak?
Dak, right? And
what did he do with his first game back? What was it?
I think it was like 8 points or something like that.
10 points. That was a weird game, though. To be fair, like I don't think we can really use that as any sort of benchmark just yet.
I think another reason why I would go CD specifically this week over Amon-Ra is because of Zeke. Zeke is not there, and that's a huge pillar for Dak. Not that Tony Pollard is gonna be bad, but I think he might lean on CD a little bit more this week potentially.
Yeah, let's make it easy and say CD and Nick Chubb. I think we're on the same page.
Yeah, agreed.
But again, still want to clarify that both Stevenson and Amon-Ra should be started in almost every other scenario.
Agreed. Agreed. Ken Walker or Monra. This one's tough as well.
Yeah, I'm going Ken.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ken as well. Damian Pierce or Dalvin Cook. I think you had to start Dalvin personally.
Yeah, I agree. Dalvin Cook's got a great matchup too.
You had to start Dalvin. Get Roger Gayman. Shout out to you. See in the lobby. Tony Pollard or Kenny Pickett for super flex. Bro, that's a great question. Genuinely.
I'm going Tony Pollard.
Going Tony. I'm going Tony as well. The matchup,
especially versus Pickett versus the Eagles.
He's gonna. I mean, if he can get you 15
you know
points,
how the Eagles are like the best, probably the best defense in the NFL, if not top 3, and they just added one of the best pass rushers in the league last week. Like, the Eagles are playing Madden right now. They're not even playing 100%. Real NFL football. They're playing Madden. So
no doubt.
Yeah. I'll go Tony there.
Agreed. Should I trade Lamar, Swift, and AJ Brown? Should I trade Lamar, Swift, and AJ Brown and D Hop for Geno, Saquon? Okay, so. Are these different?
The answer is no.
Are these separate trades? Because it's Lamar Swift.
No, I'm assuming on one side it's Lamar, DeAndre Swift, and AJ Brown, or D Hop, and on the other side he is saying Geno, Saquon, Sutton, or Gabe Davis. So the answer is definitely no. The Lamar side wins.
Right. Okay. Need to Pittman, Waddle, St. Brown, or Higgins. I'm going Higgins. And gosh, guys, all these guys need to be started. I don't know what type of league you're in. This is crazy. This is a
you guys are question. Like, how are you guys to have these options?
That's like saying
I'm starting Marquise Goodwin this week in one of my leagues.
This is like saying, oh, should we start?
I will sit
Justin
Pittman
Jefferson,
of these options. So I'll sit Pittman of these options because I don't know what he looks like with Sam Ellinger.
Yeah, agreed.
By the way, we got a super chat.
Boxer, appreciate you again, man. I'm 4-3. I'm an 11 spot team. It's an 11 spot team with 2 flex. Diggs, Davis, Kirk. Okay, any trades? Okay, I'm gonna read the trade. Diggs, Davis, Kirk, Henry, Barkley, Cooper, Clyde, Schultz, Everett, Taysom Hill, Boyd, and Kirk Cousins.
Any trade?
One thing I would say is trade Davis or Diggs. Personally, I would personally say trade Davis.
Same. I like that.
Because you limit your upside there having 2 wide receivers on the same team. Number 1, number 2.
Clyde.
Yes, Clyde, exactly. Trade Clyde, but even though he was a trade for candidate. But with all I did that before the Isaiah Pacheco stuff, and I think we might see a little bit more. We sold a little, even though he did score a touchdown. We'll see. I think you need to go out and get maybe a tight end. Schultz is there. Everett, you have Taysom. Maybe not.
Look, here would be my game plan. You want to move on from Gabe Davis, see what you can get for Gabe Davis. Honestly, if you could package, because this sounds like a 10-man. Let me know if I'm wrong, but this sounds like a 10-man based off of the players that are on your roster. So I'm looking to package some of these players, but the players I'd be willing to move because I'm not so sure about their consistency or their value for you, in the playoffs. If I can guarantee them every game, would be Gabe Davis, Clyde, and then potentially Taysom, because I feel like Taysom is still so up and down, but people are willing to trade for a reliable quarterback. And if Kirk Cousins is your quarterback, if it's a 10-team league, that's where you look to upgrade with some of these players. Try and go get a Lamar Jackson. Try and see if you can get a Jalen Hurts. Try and see if you can get a truly elite guy, a Pat Mahomes, a Josh Allen. I don't know if I said that already, but those are the names I think that I would be looking at moving. And of course, if you have any offers, feel free to join the stream and drop the questions there. But thank you so much for the super chat. And Boyd as a whole, by the way, Boyd as a whole at this point.
Definitely hold 4 to 6 weeks for Chase. Damian Pierce or Paul, I think we will both go Damian Pierce.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think when Hollywood comes back, he will still be a very good wide receiver to have because he's on waiver wires? I think if he's on waiver wires, you pick him up, in my personal opinion.
The answer is 100% absolutely yes. It will be D-Hop and it will be Hollywood. Hollywood was traded for a first-round pick, so keep in mind the kind of capital that they moved to get Hollywood, and the connection that he has with Kyler throughout college has been very, very clear. So, yes, he will still be a very good start, and he will instantly be the second target in that offense.
Gator fan. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Gator fan, Denver or Jacksonville defense against each other or the Colts? I think we're both going Colts. Against the Texans. What are your thoughts?
Yes.
All right.
I'm actually going Denver. Again, I try and lean on playmakers. They got a lot of playmakers on that team. Give me Denver.
Say less. Godwin or Paris Campbell? You go Godwin. Godwin or
easy.
Paris Campbell, Brian Robinson, George Pickens, PPR. I mean, are you asking who to start? You start Chris Godwin, who already played.
Yeah, that is confusing. Maybe he's asking Goodwin. If it's Goodwin or Paris Campbell, does that change your answer? I'm going Goodwin.
Yeah.
If it's Brian Robinson or George Pickens, I'm going George Pickens. If I have to choose one of all those options, I'm going George Pickens. If it's Goodwin. Hopefully that helps. Jason says, I have Kamara and Henry starting. I already have already needed a flex. I have Kamara and Henry starting already. Needed a flex.
I'm trying to see if he said something down.
Yeah, he's pretty sure he said. Yeah, I'm not sure because we answered the other question where he said he needed 2 starts.
I think it's Gavin, because Ari's was the same question as earlier.
Okay, go ahead.
Gavin traded AJ Brown and Henderson for B-Rob, Deontay Johnson plus Ken Walker. AJ Brown and Henderson plus for Deontay Johnson and Ken Walker.
Depends on your needs there. If you need running back help, I'm not opposed to it, but overall, I do lean the AJ Brown side.
I agree. Danny Dimes or Will. I'm going Danny Dimes.
Yeah, Dimes is the safer start.
Should I trade for JT? We actually have a trade for and trade away video. So if you want to check that out on our channel, Zach kind of breaks down. He said he brought him twice, if I'm not mistaken. Breaks down.
Yeah, I don't think I brought him this week, but that was 2 weeks beforehand.
Yeah,
just
all the reasons why. This week, all the reasons why you should trade for Jonathan Taylor. So definitely go check that out. What do you guys think of Treylon? Thinks of Treylon Burks. Zach is a man. I mean, we like Treylon Burks. He's injured right now. Let's see if he comes back and what's going to look like with Malik.
He should be stashed in every league that has IR spots. If you don't have an IR, I understand.
In Dynasty specifically, or in redraft still, you think?
Well, in Dynasty, I'm still in love with him. Like, no doubt, I'm still in love with him. I think he's a great buy low. In redraft, if you have an IR spot, he should be on your IR spot. He shouldn't be on waiver wires. Right. I understand if you don't have an IR spot. But again, the need is clearly there, guys. Like watching their games, they need Treylon Burks. Drusiv says Josh Reynolds or Alec Pierce. I'm going Pierce.
I'm going Pierce as well. Paris for James Cook. I would do that. Gavin or Burks. Yeah. Either
Personally, I would rather have both those players rather than Paris. I'm happy to be wrong. Come on the stream next week, guys, and let me know if I'm a complete idiot. But to me, Paris Campbell is fool's gold. I don't think that's going to continue.
Actually, I choose 2: Thielen, DJ Moore, Pittman, and Campbell. I think it would be Thielen and DJ Moore. Crazy enough.
I got to go Thielen, Pittman. Gotta go Thielen,
Pittman. Oh my gosh. Sorry. He just got popped and it was picked off. So sorry.
That got picked off, yeah.
Well, the wide receiver caught the ball. The dude hit him, got popped in the air. And the dude picked it off. Lincoln, I trade away CMC to Mark Andrews for JJ and Ertz. 1 point tight end premium dynasty. I did the trade because I still own Kelsey. I can't start.
Oh, that's not a good trade, man.
Yeah, and I'm weak on wide receivers. Thoughts? I mean, yeah, right off the rip.
You had to get more value for CMC and Mark Andrews in a tight end premium league, especially Dynasty. Oh wait, it's Dynasty? I think because Ertz is way less valuable in Dynasty.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, Lincoln. I think you needed to get probably.
He still has.
Ertz is the reason I don't like this, man.
He has Kamara and Joe Mixon starting at the running back. I think like you shouldn't trade the tight end 1
in a half premium league as well.
Yeah, tight end 2 essentially. Excuse me, Mark
Andrews. In a half premium league, Mark Andrews is probably like a top 5 wide receiver right now this year.
And I guess like it makes sense because if you. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have done that.
That's tough, man. We'll see how it pans out. I'm all for getting Justin Jefferson, but I think getting Ertz in that deal back is really where you're hurting. Ertz is not someone we want long term in Dynasty. That's tough, man. But I mean, Justin Jefferson, probably the best positional player outside of quarterbacks in the Superflex Dynasty League. But it's just again, oof. That's I don't know how that's gonna pan out. I do wish the best though.
Yeah, another super chat. Thank you, Frank. We appreciate you on 5 and 2, and I have Chase and Hall and Andrews is hurt. I have Hurts, Gordon, Edwards, London, Pierce, Wandell, Rob. I'm assuming A. Rob, Andrews, Cooks, Dylan. What to do?
Spot. Well, you hold on to Jalen Hurts. Let's get that out of the way. Breece Hall is obviously gone. Gonzo. Let's move on.
Yeah, you can drop him if this is redraft. By the way, just to clarify, you drop him if it's redraft.
I am probably holding him if I'm 5 and 2. You're 5-2. You have the luxury to wait on Chase. Andrews, you have the luxury to wait on Andrews. All you need to do is get into the playoffs, Frank.
Exactly.
And you do not want to move Andrews if you can hold on to him. And Andrews should be fine from what we understand after
and he has
the
bye. Yeah, he has a bye week right after. I think he might miss next week, and then he has a bye week after. So you might not have him for 2 weeks. So let's see what happens. But I agree.
Overall, my initial thought is you don't have a lot of trade options, Frank, to be honest with you, man. No one wants Melvin Gordon. No one wants Gus Edwards. No one wants Drake London in redraft. No one wants Alec Pierce. No one wants A-Rob. No one wants A.J. Dillon. So my biggest advice to you would be very active on the waiver wire. And a name that instantly comes to mind, that it's an article I dropped for our Patreon, is Van Jefferson. I would pick up Van Jefferson. You're trying to find good flex options. And who would I drop? That's a problem. I don't know if you have anyone that you can drop on this team that instantly comes to mind. Breece Hall, drop him because he's not going to help you this year.
Once again, if this is a redraft league specifically.
I'm assuming this is redraft by answering this question.
Yeah, I just want to clarify because I don't want people to be like, why would you drop Breece Hall in Dynasty?
No, of course you don't do that in Dynasty.
So
no.
Just
but I hope that helps. Be very active on the waiver wire. Be open to trade offers. Go to your league, say, hey, I'm very open to trade offers. See what kind of fields in. But at 5-2, you've put a very good cushion for you, man. Wait for your star players to get healthy. You've put a very good cushion there to wait for those injuries. So overall, don't freak out would be my best advice. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I think that's perfect. Back to the question. Charlie, happy PR, pick one. Aaron Jones, Stevenson, or Pierce? I'm assuming Damian Pierce. I'm going Stevenson.
Oof. That is tough. I'm going Damian. I'm going Damian.
Schultz, Waller, or Hurts? Then which?
Wait. Okay, yeah. Go ahead. You're right.
Yeah, because Lincoln, we saw that earlier. Schultz, Waller, or Hurts. Whichever two you leave out gets added to this pool. Renfro, McCaffrey, and Dubs.
Okay. I'm assuming like on your bench. So Schultz is interesting. Hurst is interesting. Waller's interesting. If Waller was completely healthy, I'm going based off of talent and need, and I'm going to say Waller. I don't know if that's going to be the case. So if we don't know if he's going to be completely healthy, I'm going to lean Hurst. If we know he's completely healthy, I'm going to throw Waller out there because I think he has a chance at a tud.
Agreed. What else we have?
Frank says Andrews for Lamb and Pollard. Not
Mark Andrews.
Not in that league that you're in, brother. No, hold Andrews.
McKenzie, London, Wilson, and Hurts. Which three have few players on bye?
Which three? Okay, so we have to pick three. I'm assuming Garrett Wilson is Wilson, so give me Drake London, Garrett Wilson, Kareem Hunt.
And Kareem Hunt, yeah, exactly. All right, where are we at? Wide receivers are... Okay, wide receivers AJ Brown, T. Higgins, DJ Moore, and Chris Olave start 3 and bench 1. I like DJ Moore over Chris Olave this week because of the matchup. But I don't know if I had to start AJ Brown, T. Higgins, Chris Olave.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm benching DJ.
Yeah, we love DJ. He did something good for 1 week. Let's hold our horses. I did say he could be a good potential matchup because the Falcons do give up a lot of points. Chris Olave, T. Higgins, AJ Brown all get the opportunity and have significantly better, I guess, quarterbacks, even though Chris has has Andy Dalton.
Well, anything is better than PJ Walker, let's be honest.
Thanks for your time to help. No worries. Pick 2, Judy, Pickens, Dubs, and Brian Robinson. I'm going Judy and Judy and Pickens here. Pickens I still don't like, but I expect the garbage time personally.
Yeah, I agree. I'm fine with what he just said. I agree. Lincoln says, tell me 3 to start.
Go for it.
1 for my wide receiver and 2 for my flex spot. Alec Pierce, Rondale. I'm assuming Rondale and DJ Moore, maybe, because there's a comma there. Ertz and Dulcich, half-tight and premium. Okay.
All right,
1 wide receiver for me, it would be DJ Moore if that's who that is. If it's not, then I would go Rondale Moore over Alec Pierce with the quarterback change in Indy. 2 flex spots.
I will go Ertz.
Yeah, give me Ertz and Probably Dulcich.
Right? Yeah.
I'm going Ertz and Dulcich. Yeah.
Ertz and Dulcich. That's what I'm thinking as well. They just feel so much better than Alec Pierce and Rondell right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Godwin or Paris? We answered that question.
Yeah, we said Goodwin over Paris, and we said Pickens over Brian Robinson. Make sure, guys, if you ask a question, don't repeat the same question in the chat. I mean, we've answered that question quite a few times, Aries. So just make sure put your question in once. We're definitely gonna get to it. You know, super chats get answered straight away, but just don't clutter the chat there. Val says, well, my team is Geno, Saquon. Okay, what's the question here?
I was about to do Saquon and either.
I was about to do Saquon and Geno, either Gabe Davis, Sutton for Lamar, Swift, and D-Hop. Well, did we answer a question previously from his?
No, we didn't. I don't think we did.
Okay, so what was the question? He's saying...
I'm assuming what he's like, or AJ Brown, but I don't know. So you're just asking us about the trade?
He's about to send Saquon, Geno, and Gabe or Sutton. Yes, we prefer the Lamar side. Yeah, exactly. We prefer the Lamar side. I remember answering that question. We prefer the Lamar side. Okay. We answered his question. Appreciate you guys. Y'all saved lives. No worry. CB says, one flex. Swift, Amon-Ra, Gabe Davis. Oh, my God. All should be started. What kind of leagues are you guys playing in, man? I want to be making these decisions instead of Goodwin, Alec Pierce, and Darnell Mooney.
Scott. Who does Swift play again? The Swift plays the Dolphins. Gabe Davis plays the Packers. Swift.
I'm going to Amon-Ra. If Amon-Ra is completely healthy, I'm going to Amon-Ra. Yeah. If he's not, I'm going Swift. That's my answer.
Yeah, I didn't want to answer the question, honestly. Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck. It's a trap. It's a trap question. Skrillium says, lost Chase, bumped up Christian Kirk, need a filler for flex. Currently have Robinson Jr., Hines, Dobbs. Allen Robinson is open on agency. I think you should pick up Allen Robinson, but my start would probably be Brian Robinson.
I would go Brian Robinson as well. I mean, he's not amazing, but I'm getting him.
Not talented at all, but he will rush up the middle for 20 times for about 3 yards and maybe get a touchdown. Should I quit fantasy? I dropped Walker for dubs after week 4. No, but find a good person in your life to cry with.
Yeah, honestly.
Harry Williams says, I just traded Lenny, Sutton, Deontay Johnson for Etienne Mostert and DJ Moore. I like it. I like the Etienne side.
Etienne Mostert, DJ Moore, Sutton, Deontay Johnson. Yeah, I personally would kept Lenny and Sutton, Deontay, but I understand. I can see the other side as well.
I understand.
I'm also waiting on Waller to be healthy to start him. I picked up backup tight end from the Browns after Njoku got injured. Thoughts on the Browns backup tight end flex?
No.
Long shot, but
there's better options.
There's potential. There is better options. I don't want to lean on Harrison Bryant personally. So I don't want to do that.
There's better options.
What happened to Breeze? He hurt tore his ACL, done for the season. If you didn't know, Devin Singletary, Raheem Mostert, DeAndre Swift. You start Swift if he plays, and if he doesn't play, I'm going Devin. Still.
Raheem. I'm going Raheem. It's close. By the way, what's up, Ingsy? I see you there in the chat. Lincoln says the thing with trading in CMC in Dynasty is no one wants him a part of. I think he's saying like outside of a contender.
I guess that was.
And he would give me like a second for him, which doesn't help me. No, I understand it. We just always aim to be as honest as possible, but let's see what happens, man. CB says need defense. Titans, Bengals, Colts. I am going I'm going Colts. We're all going Colts here. Danny Dimes or Willis. We said Danny Dimes. Sully says need wide receiver PPR. Someone offer me Etienne. I give Adams. As in you get. Because you said you need wide receiver. So you're getting Devontae Adams?
Offer me Etienne, I give Adams. Who should I package as well? I have Ayuk, Evans, Moore, Schultz. I mean...
To be honest, man, like Etienne and Adams are pretty much the same value right now. So I wouldn't add anything to either side of that trade. Yeah. I think that's even value.
Thoughts on Greg Dulcich? What can he be in year 1 or 2? I mean, he was definitely one of our interesting tight end that we were interested in coming into Dynasty. If you have him, continue to rock with him, and if not, pick him up. I mean, hopefully it's clear that something's going to happen. Maybe Jerry Jeudy gets traded. Maybe they figure out something. You keep him on your team. You don't trade him away, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Do I trade Etienne, Gabe Davis, and James Robinson for JT, Amari, and DK half PPR? JT, Amari, DK. I think if DK, which so far we haven't heard that he's gonna miss a significant amount of time,
I'm not trading for an injured player though. I'll take the ETN side.
Mm-hmm. I think I would like to see what DK is gonna be, but I'm happy with that side. But I do agree. I'm not trading for an injured player.
The vibes I get from this DK injury is like it's not serious, and then he's out 4 weeks, and you're like, what the man? Just put him on IR, you know?
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
A classic Pete Carroll move.
Yeah.
My only other running backs are Chubb and Miles Sanders. So I trade Sanders for a more reliable back. What was your question, Luca?
My only good running backs are Chubb and Sanders. Do I trade Sanders for a more reliable back? I think that's just what he's asking. He's like, do I trade Sanders? No, I feel pretty good about Sanders. I don't think the Alvin Kamara trade is going to happen personally. And Sanders is a pretty damn good RB2, man, compared to what some other people have. I mean, I made a couple trades this week. Somehow I ended up getting Saquon and Alvin Kamara, but I was planning on starting Chuba Hubbard and Damian and Deonta Foreman this week. So you're in a good spot for sure. Andrea says, hi there. Need one wide receiver, one flex. Chris Olave, Michael Pittman, Damian Pierce. Give me Olave and Damian Pierce.
Exactly. Golf, Dalton Jones. Need a quarterback.
I'm gonna go.
I'm still gonna go Golf, but Daniel Jones is right up there. I think they're really Golf and Danny Dimes are really close personally.
You know why I'm considering Andy Dalton is because the matchup is sexy. Like probably one of the best matchups
against the Raiders.
Yeah, but you're right. Daniel Jones is the answer.
Dynasty traded Swift and Garrett Wilson for Jalen Waddle and an early 23 second. Traded Swift and Garrett Wilson for Jalen Waddle in an early 23 second.
Okay. A little bit of an overpay. I want more than a second there in that deal. Like, I see Waddle and Swift as very, very equal in value. Then you look at Garrett Wilson and you're like, he's worth more than a second.
Yeah, he's still worth a first, personally. Even though he hasn't done it, he's the first.
Probably a late first, but you're right. It's close. It's close.
Pat the Dragon, Hurst, or Taysom Hill. I'll go Pat the Dragon here.
Yeah. You cut out there, but I agree with what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go Pat the Dragon here. I'll trade Miles Sanders for ETN. If you can get ETN, absolutely. Need the flex, wide receiver, tight end, have PPR. Slaying Alec Pierce, Hollins, Donovan Peoples-Jones, or Irv Smith.
That's
wide receiver,
brother.
tight end. Well, the only tight end you gave was Irv Smith.
No, I'm pretty sure you're saying pick one because you can flex wide receiver and tight end.
Ken, appreciate you, brother. Need a flex wide receiver.
I'm going. This is a tough one, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't sit here and tell you I have a confident answer to your question. I don't want to lie to you and say I have a lot of confidence. But I'm going Alec Pierce of those options. Slayton was good, but they got a really good secondary there. I assume he's going to be guarded by Tariq Woolen, and he's a beast.
I would assume Wanda would be. What's DPJ?
Well, you wouldn't put him on a slot. You would put him on your X, not your slot. I'm going Alec Pierce there. But I don't know what's going to happen.
What's Peoples-Jones been doing in the last couple of weeks? I feel like he's been pretty consistent getting you significant amount of points. No,
I don't think that's true. But
the last 3 weeks, week 5, 9 points, week 6, 11 points, week 7, 11 points.
Okay. So it's been consistently
average.
So
with everyone else.
Yeah. DPJ or Pierce, I don't know what to tell you. Those would be my two options.
I'm going DPJ because I think I trust Jacoby a little bit more than I trust Sam. Sure. And I agree with Zach. It's tough to do that. Sully, I need a running back. I messed up bad. I feel you. Nate.
So his question was he needed a running back. And just to clarify, Sully, I think ETN is just as valuable as Adams. But if you're saying you can get something else back, then try and add in Pollard.
Is this the one with with Ayuk, Evans, and Moore? Like that was his last team?
And send Moore back if you can.
Right. Okay.
Nate says, what do you think of Fournette lately? Yeah, so I brought a trade target this week. It was Rachaad White. Again, it's a chestnut checkers type move. I'm not saying for sure that Rachaad White's going to take over the backfield, but the eye test favors Rachaad White, and he's getting more and more involved. each week. So personally, I'm looking to move off of Fournette if I can, because they got to make some changes there in that offense at this point. And I'm not sure if Lenny is the answer long term. I think they know that, but I'm looking to move off Lenny if I can. Satober says drop Schultz for AJ Dillon or Rachaad White.
Depends on the other tight end, but I'm keeping Schultz right now personally if I need a tight end.
It depends on the other tight end, but overall, I think I still lean AJ Dillon here, even though I like Rachaad White. AJ Dillon is someone who, when it turns winter, I'm interested to see his role. Lincoln, I got Greg D for Paris Campbell in the Dynasty. You should feel incredible with that trade. That's very good for you, Lincoln. Nate says, so yeah, I got Leonard and Mixon, and lately Leonard's worrying me. Jared says, who's your favorite second half sleepers? Van Jefferson instantly comes to mind as a sleeper. I brought him on our Patreon today. Only rostered in 21% of leagues. Van Jefferson comes to mind. I know Badake would agree with this. Wan'Dale Robinson feels like he's about to fire on. And really give you a good, second half of the year. Rachaad White would be in that category if he can, continue to grow his role. Those would be the names.
I think George Pickens as well, a good second half, even though he's kind of doing his thing right now as well. I think that's about it. You gotta hope and wait and see if there's anyone else to kind of emerge. Maybe Michael Gallup. Now that
Gallup's a good one.
Now that Dak Prescott's back, so let's see. How do you think Cooper Kupp and Jacoby Myers will do this week? You hope they both do good. Personally, Kupp against the 49ers and Jacoby against the Jets. You expect them to put up some good numbers at least.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Hendon beautiful Hooker, touchdown to Jalen Hyatt. It's just too easy for Hendon Hooker.
It is.
I love Hendon Hooker. CV says I'm playing Dameon Pierce, Walker, Waddle, and Olave. That's why I asked the question about my flex. I wish I could play them all. Thanks for your answer. For sure. No, I hope that's helpful. Foreman or Eno, I'm going Foreman. Clean says TJ Hawk or Taysom this Sunday. Jeez, man.
I think I'm going TJ. Let me double check on TJ.
Yeah, I'm going TJ too, but Taysom has the higher upside, but I am going TJ.
Yeah. And maybe maybe Amon-Ra won't be full because of those reasons as well, So maybe TJ could get some opportunity. Who knows?
Sure. I think I still lean TJ though.
Amari Cooper or Christian Kirk rest of the season. I'm going Amari Cooper. I think it's very close though. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it is close. I don't think there's enough of a gap between these two players for me to have a heavy opinion either way, to be honest. But overall, I slightly lean Christian Kirk.
Okay.
But it's very close.
Andre, I missed your tight end question. I think your question was Pat the Dragon, Hurst, or Taysom Hill. We said Pat the Dragon. I
have Higbee. You definitely have to hold Schultz there.
Yeah, I would as well. I'm meant to say, don't even know how I said it. No worries. Taysom or TJ. I think we just said that. TJ. I'm in Superflex League. Can only start 4. Pick one not to start. Barkley, Chubb, Henry, Walker, Justin Fields. I'm not starting Justin Fields.
Yeah.
You start Barkley, you start Chubb, you start Henry, you start Walker.
Yeah. Should you be worried about Kamara having no touchdowns? No, not really, because even without touchdowns, he's still putting up 20-point games. The way he's involved in the air is always going to give you a safe ceiling.
Agreed.
Safe floor, excuse me. He's had 9 targets in back-to-back weeks. 6 targets before that, and the game before that, 7 targets. Those are the kind of numbers you'd be happy with, like your wide receiver 2 getting. You know,
it's your running back that's getting there right now.
Whatever he gets on the ground is a bonus.
Malik Willis or Danny Dimes? I think we both said Danny Dimes.
Yeah, agreed.
Danny Jones has been doing his thing so far. No more questions. I think we kind of called up. I guess we'll answer any last-minute questions. We'll be on for another couple minutes, and if not, we'll call it a night, guys. Make sure, friendly reminders. Make sure you set your lineup, because depending on where you are, I think 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think the game starts, which is Jags and Broncos in London. So make sure you take that lineup out and you set all your lineups before you go to sleep. And we go live every single week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. Answer all your fantasy sick questions. We go live every Thursday night. Thursday night game, to watch the games and every Monday night to watch the games. So we appreciate each and every one of you. And we're getting some more questions here. Are you trying to sell Swift for a top 20 running back if he has a good week? Only have Damian Harris as my backup running back, and I'm contending for a champion. Worried about Swift can't stay healthy. No. I think what you should do, though, if you are worried about Swift, see how much it costs to acquire Jamal Williams.
Sure.
See what you can do. See if there's some a way that you can get him on the low, or if you're trying to do a trade, like throw in Jamal and see what happens. Maybe that could be a better option, unless you do.
I understand the concern. I understand the concern as well. By the way, like I said no pretty aggressively there, but no, he's a league winner if he's healthy. So
yeah,
no one who's in that RB 15 to 20 category has anywhere near the upside that he does. Henry says 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. Pittman, Higgins, Cook, St. Brown, Swift, Damian Pierce, and Stevenson. 2 wide receivers. Give me Higgins. Give me St. Brown. 2 running backs. Give me Swift. Give me Pierce. Flex. Give me Stevenson.
Love that. Should I hold Raheem Mostert 12? Yeah, hold him right now, Cole.
Definitely. You can start him too.
You can definitely see what happens. Tyler Lockett, Brandon Cooks, or Garrett Wilson, or Dubs need one thing. So I think I would go Tyler Lockett if he plays.
Same. Otherwise, I would go Cooks.
Gavin, competing team. Appreciate you. Spazzing over there on Twitch. We'll get to your question right after this. Competing team in 12 team. 1 quarterback PPR. Give Monty for Lazard and a 23 second. So I give Monty and Lazard for a 23 second.
I think there's more value on the Lazard side.
I think so as well. I would keep that side. Wondering if I should keep Monty with all my running back injuries. I have Saquon, Swift, Henderson, Foreman. No, I'm keeping that. Maybe see if we can get for Henderson. I'm still keeping Monty. I'd rather have Monty long term, even if he does go to a different team. Personally,
no. So you're taking Monty over Lazard in a second.
Yeah, I want the.
You want the Monty side.
I want the Monty side. Still.
Okay, I'll take the Lazard side there. And I think he has more than enough running back depth to cover off Monty. You got Saquon, you got Swift, Henderson, Foreman. Foreman could be a start most of the year. Henderson, same position. So I'll take Lazard in a second. I think that's a good long-term play.
Yeah. Let's go on Twitch really fast to answer that question. What was it, Foreman or Henderson? I think we both said Foreman, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
we answered
I'll go Foreman.
We had something similar like that earlier. Do you think Paris Campbell is droppable based on the quarterback? Yes, Gator fan. We would definitely.
Personally, yes. But there's a big part of the community out there who's big Paris Campbell people. I don't see a scenario in which he gets anywhere near this target share with Sam Ehlinger. And it's to me, these last 2 weeks are fool's gold. I don't think they continue.
Also, by the way, I think if you have Paris Campbell and you don't need to drop him, don't drop him.
Trade him.
Yeah, don't drop him. We'll see what you can do. See what the market wants, or just keep him. Because if it does continue, and let's just say he gets 12 points this week, like Zach said, trade him. See what can happen.
Trade him.
Wan'Dale Robinson or Amon-Ra. If Amon-Ra plays, you start Amon-Ra.
Yep.
Paris Campbell, Jacoby Myers, or Wan'Dale Robinson need 1 flex. I'm going Wan'Dale. I think we will both go Wan'Dale. With the buzz with ETN, I went and traded him for AJ Brown. I have Hollywood Brown, so I need another wide receiver. Running backs left are Mixon, Swift, and Walker. Thoughts on the trade?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Even trade. I think it makes sense for your team, and I like it. Do I pick up Drake London off waivers? Yes, you do. Yes. In hopes that the offense needs a change because they can't win games when they're down by 30 points, only throwing the ball 3 times. So yes, pick him up. How much is CD worth in your guys' opinion? In Dynasty or in redraft, I think is the better question, but in redraft, I'm like very, very open to moving CeeDee Lamb. I would rather have Waddle. I'd rather have D-Hop rest of season. I'd rather have Higgins rest of season.
Right.
Godwin. I think that's kind of where, Godwin. I think that's kind of where it stops, though.
Yeah, I agree. I think we answered that question already. Gator fan, who is the highest ceiling and floor this week? Godwin, Garrett Wilson, Wan'Dale. I think Wan'Dale, both. I mean, Goodwin. Sorry, I'm going.
Goodwin has the highest ceiling, but the best floor is Wan'Dale.
Yeah. Should I hold Cooks before the trade deadline or trade him for Wan'Dale? Holds. Are you guys making a rest of season ranking video?
Probably not, but we try and put out as much content as we can and
to give you our thoughts and everything.
Content that people are interested in. So we're always open to ideas, but No, I don't imagine so. We'll see.
If we do something like that, it will probably be like a tier ranking. You
Yeah.
know, like a top 24 list. But we'll see. Maybe if the community wants it, then we might definitely put that in consideration. But we are pumping out a lot of content right now.
Yes.
I want to make this trade, but I'm afraid it will make my league mates teams too good. Should I?
You gotta make that choice, man.
Yeah.
You gotta make that decision. That's up to you. Broke money don't make none. That's all I'll say. Peter says start Goodwin or over Deontay. Gotta start Deontay still.
Agreed.
Actually, yeah, you have to start Deontay.
I'm sorry, Deontay. I mean, it's not a beautiful matchup, but I think you still have to start him.
No.
Anyways.
Cole says, do you think Justin Herbert will have a bigger game and easier schedule? I think he'll have better games for sure.
Yeah.
In Dynasty, Jonah, I'm open to moving him, but I don't feel like this huge need to move him either. I think the rest of the season's going to really, if Dak can stay healthy, the rest of the season is going to give us a really good gauge of what CeeDee Lamb actually is.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
It's been this constant unknown. Dak went down with the ankle injury as a rookie, then he came back second year. Amari was there, Amari's gone. Dak gets injured again. Cooper Kush is there. Cooper Kush, as some say. Anyway, I think we need to find out for the rest of the season who CD truly is. Yeah. Would you trade Fournette for Etienne? In a heartbeat, I'll take Etienne.
No worries.
Andrew says Schultz or Hurts this week. We said Hurst. Shopkey says it would be great if you guys did a playoff best rankings. Yeah, for sure. We definitely plan on making videos based off of the playoffs. We've done that before in scenarios in which we
and we might do it soon.
Yeah, we will do that kind of content soon. Playoff focused content. We'll do that soon.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think it's definitely coming up soon. So I'm thinking of buying CD in Dynasty, so I should have contextualized it a bit better. So you think
so right CD. Now you're trying to buy him?
I think it'll be good if you can send a late first. Personally, I don't think anyone's gonna take a second.
No one's gonna take a late first.
I don't think anyone's
gonna take anywhere near a second.
Yeah,
you have to send at minimum a mid first. You're not gonna get him any cheaper than that.
Yeah. I think if you can get him for late first, that's a steal.
Yeah, try mid first. Start the conversation there, and then see what happens. But hey, guys, by the way, join our Discord if you want a community kind of bounce ideas off. We're only live a certain amount per day, but if you ever want to send a message, we have over 900 people on our Discord. A lot of people helping each other out on there. You can join our Discord with the link in the description. We have text channels for trades that you make. You can send and talk to people about them. We got text channels for waiver wire, for start sits, those kind of things. We don't actively look through and answer questions. It's more of a resource for you that the community helps each other out with.
Exactly.
So consider joining our Discord. Over 900 people there. Really good community. And also there's a text channel there called content. Suggest content ideas. So if you ever want some specific content that you want us to make, that's a great place for you to suggest it as well.
Like those
Kaden
videos.
says, the person in trading, I'm trading wants Etienne, Gabe Davis, and James Robinson. He has Kamara, JT, Amari. Okay, I need a running back, wide receiver, and flex player in return. Who do I get? The person I'm trading with, I think he says, wants Etienne, Gabe Davis, and James Robinson.
And this is his team.
Yes, Kamara, JT. Okay, the big issue here, Caden, is I don't think the person that you're trading with wants to get rid of Kamara or JT.
Exactly.
And in order for you to move Etienne, you need one of those pieces. You cannot be taking, anyone else. Definitely not Brian Robinson or Foreman. So, I personally don't think that person's going to want to move Kamara or JT, which means you guys probably aren't good trade partners. But if I was to move Etienne, Gabe Davis, and James Robinson, give me Kamara. Which I think Kamara and Etienne are just as valuable as each other, so that's an even thing for me. Give me Amari, which is just as even as Gabe Davis.
I like Amari as well, yeah.
And then for James Robinson, give me Brian Robinson. But then again, we're in the same spot where we have basically the same players in different positions.
And you're just pivoting. You're just taking a lateral move. You're not actually going up or down. Well,
yeah.
You don't want to
hopefully that helps, though. I hope that helps.
Dolchich or Smith? Who does Irv Smith play?
Irv Smith actually has a pretty good matchup. He's one of my starts of the week. He caught a touchdown last time he played this team. The issue is he only had 7 yards on the day.
The day, yeah.
Irv Smith is who I would lean here.
I would lean Ernest for Irv as well, but I feel like it's very close.
I'm actually going Dolchich. That's my bet. I am going Dolchich. And the reason I say that is because he's been continually more and more involved. In week 6 versus the Chargers, he only got 3 targets. He had that touchdown. But the good news was he played 71% of the snaps. In week 7 versus the Jets, he had 9 targets. I think with Judy and Sutton struggling, you're starting to see some, like, this offense is like Dolchich is not struggling. Let's continue to get him involved. So I'm going to go Dolchich here. I think he has a higher ceiling.
Yeah, higher ceiling. I'm going Irv Smith. I think it's a safer floor, and I think that's what I'm scared, especially
I agree. He's one of my starts of the week, so I don't hate it, and I don't have like a big enough opinion to really sway someone either way. But it's close. But I do lean Dolchich a little bit, but Irv is still a good start.
Yeah, is Mara not clear? It's not that he's not cleared. It's just been very shaky all throughout the whole week. It's saying, like, concussion. Maybe it's the ankle still. Let's just wait and see. He might be. I think he's questionable right now, or might be a game time decision if I'm not mistaken. But that's a thought process. Kevin,
he's gonna play. I think.
I think so as well. 10-team PPR. Barkley, Cooks. Okay, thanks in advance. Hit the like button, everyone.
Pick 2.
Okay.
Barkley, you start.
You start Barkley and you start Dalvin Cook.
I'm assuming that's Dalvin Cook. So yeah, Barkley and Dalvin Cook.
Higgins, Hopkins, and St. Brown, 10 PPR. Pick 2. You start
Higgins,
Hopkins. No doubt about it. I think we got some people over there on Twitch as well. Spaz, my team is CB12, Henry, Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, Kittle, Amari Cooper, Justin Tucker. Okay. I don't know what to do with my running back situation. Foreman, Henderson, Gus. I also have Marquise Goodwin from Seattle. Henry. So your running back is Henry.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very open-ended question. What do you do with Foreman, Henderson, Gus?
I feel like you keep Foreman right now if your running back situation is tough.
You keep them and hope that they perform for you.
Exactly.
You could potentially look at moving Amari Cooper for a running back. You could potentially package Foreman and Amari Cooper and potentially upgrade somewhere.
Yeah.
Like a Miles Sanders comes to mind. But outside of that, you kind of have to ride the wave, man, and keep playing the waiver wire. Not much that you can do when you don't have, the trade pieces. Cap for Life says, so I picked up Drake London. What'd you guys feel about Josh Palmer? Do I drop him? No, I would hold Josh Palmer.
Hold him. Mike is going to miss some time.
Yeah.
So you hold him.
Anyway, guys, I think that's probably it for today. We've been live for about an hour. Always want to make sure that we set aside time to help you guys out. Just so you know, over here on YouTube, you can become a YouTube member.
That's right, baby.
There's a join button on our channel now. And if you want to become a YouTube member, you get access to a supporters-only live stream that we do every week. You also get access to priority replies on our comments on our videos. You get the badge in the chat where you stand out, custom emojis. Just a simple way to support the channel. But anyway, guys, huge love. Appreciate you. And we will see you guys next week. More content coming up.
Good luck in week 8. See you Monday night for the game. We're going to be live for that one. So all love y'all.